Oh man. All right. Back on with some Lorerim. I got a few days off, so, can finally play some games properly. Last time I went a character, I don't know, I ended up not really liking it too much. Maybe it's because I kind of done two-handed so many times and whatever the case would be. And I don't know. Sometimes you have a feel for the character, and sometimes you don't. It really is what it is. So we went back to the drawing board. Decided to go for a slightly different build. It's I'm thinking about going a Geomancer build actually, and it was kind of something I was thinking about as I was looking at the character I was currently playing. Um, you know, ran through some spec sheets. I ran through some mechanics and stuff like that. I'm gonna run through. Um, I think it's still gonna be a red guard because I do have a plan to use like transmute stamina and transmute health as options. A lot of the things are going to be kept the same in the beginning, but instead it's going to be more of a mage character. And the idea is essentially kind of like a rogue mage who essentially learned his way of alteration and stuff like that on his own, and kind of harness that magic to service him the way he sees fit rather than necessarily going to a school. However, he eventually does end up having to go to he does end up having to go to college Winterhold at some point to refine his magics and stuff like that. So it's gonna be kind of hard in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie to you, um, mainly because I'm going against the gradient of a lot of things. So it may actually end up being a little bit difficult. So we'll see how it goes. Um, let's see here. All right. So it's gonna be pretty much the same character. I like this character's build. I actually like how he looks. He looks great, fantastic, perfect build, setup, and everything like that. So in fact, the way he looked is what inspired it a little bit, kind of like a renegade type of guy. Does his own thing and whatever the case may be. Um, we're gonna call him. We're gonna continue with the name Jackson. Uh, Could do Jackson Blackwell. All right. Like to these days I've been liking to give characters last names just kind of make a little bit more sense. We're gonna continue with the ritual sign because I do believe that sign is very, very good right now. Gives us a lot of versatility, a little options and stuff like that to manipulate our things. Also, kind of goes into the concept or the idea of the character as well, so it works out a little bit. We are going to be starting with these. Unfortunately, these things are going to be very shit early. However, we do get evasion early, which is nice. It really does help a lot. Uh, the rest of the things are going to be the following: finesse for the unarmored tree, wayfair for the unarmored tree as well. I mean, not unarmored tree, but for the extra percentage of magic and stuff like that outside when you're outside. So there's like a tree specifically for when you're outside. You get like increased regen and other kind of good stuff. Also, I do think I want to tame an animal as well, so I will be going that route as well. For the most part, though, most of our points are going to be going into alteration, restoration, and evasion. We're going to just have the character to be very fast, on his feet at all times, lots of buffs, and using primarily stone shots and staggers and stuff like that to basically do his damage. Restoration is gonna be more on buffs. I won't really be focusing on poison like that. Although poison will be a good little secondary option in case the enemy is very, very resistant to physical. Because if you're using physical magic, keep in mind that you have to deal with the simple fact that I'm pretty sure that the physical damage can be mitigated by armor, which is a whole problem on its own. So um, you still need to choose 2 more points or 2 more perks. So we go for these 2 here, like this. And the reason why is because I do also want him to have a little bit of unarmed mechanics, like being able to fight unarmed, and it's gonna help a lot because we do plan on going unbound hands. We're not gonna choose anybody here. No need to. First thing we're gonna go for is good natured because good nature is really good, 20% less damage, and at the cost of 20% longer potions, at the cost of your um the cost of your destruction spells and weapons dealing 20% less damage. But guess what? We are not using weapons and we're not using destruction. So we are 100% getting only bonuses from this. Like we get no losses from this. The other one is going to be Unbound Hands. I don't remember where the hell that shit is though. Yeah, Unbound Hands is really nice because it gives you the ability to get stronger spells. So 15% stronger is that's no small number. And we also freely get 30 more damage to unarmed attacks. And at the cost of not wearing gloves and gauntlets, this character is pretty much not going to be wearing that at all. So I have no reason to wear it. And so this ended up just working out nicely for us as a bonus. So we're essentially giving up 2 things. We're giving up our gloves and we're also giving up our necklace essentially. The necklace I'm gonna end up using is probably gonna be like it's probably gonna end up being like the Akatosh or Julianos or something like that. Something that maybe gives us a little bit more probably gonna end up being Akatosh because he is gonna be using some shouts as well. So in fact he's gonna be using a lot of shouts. This build is a very situational build, so I'm gonna just do this so we can get the extra perks. And then we take this off. Yeah, this build is not by any means or stretch the imagination going to be like super strong or overpowered. I don't anticipate it to be, so I actually will need the extra perks for help early on, especially because our early game is going to be painful with the new magic system. I'm gonna give myself the ragged trousers as well, mainly because I just like the cameo for that. So, oops, wrong thing. So ragged trousers I usually do, and oh my gosh, and foot wraps, boom. So, drop that. That was my mistake. Yeah. Gonna be a regular at an inn. I usually just do sleeping giant. Honestly, I try not to deviate too much from like, from like the base game or base vanilla. So start.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Okay. We gotta fix the good old classic show race menu, unfortunately, because to fix our face. There we go. All right, and we're off. Unfortunately, Biggie Boss decided to make Magic insanely hard to learn initially, so It's just gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass early game. So the plan is probably not going to get into too much combat early. Try to find the ritual, find all the standing stones, so we can. And then on the way to the Atronach stone, though, we will pass by Gilded Green Tree, or Gilded Gleam, or whatever it's called. And I think that will end up being the area we go to learn spells. Early on is going to be very, very painful. So step one is go to. Step one is going to be go to. It's going to be going to the standing stones. I want to get the Magicka stone. Ritual is really, really nice to use. I have pretty good damage with my fist right now, so we could. Yeah. Okay. We survived that. Almost died there, actually, but it's fine. Yeah, our early game is going to be miserable. I promise. But I am hoping for a good payout, so. The whole thought process behind this character just kind of came with, like, I don't know. I just feel like I wanted to go with like a kind of like a almost like Toph a little bit, where you're built off grit. This thing is really loud. Okay, so the Warrior Stone is pretty nice because I'm using a Ritual Stone, so it gives me an extra. It gives me 3 times the usual amount, so it's supposed to give you 25 HP. It's giving me 75 instead, so that's good for, like, helping us with survive a little bit. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go this way. What the hell is going on? The only problem here is, there we go. Yeah, the only problem is the hitbox. I might have to actually even go into first person whenever dealing with these guys. As much as I wanted to go Witcher, I think it was just a better idea to go Unbound Hands to increase the spell damage a little bit, because we're going to be relying on it a lot. So we really want some good spell damage to. Whenever you're not using destruction magic, your damage from spells is significantly lower. So this should help circumvent it a little bit. My whole point of me doing these kind of builds though is to kind of show that it's, you know, kind of just how much versatility Lorerim has and options that um you can go. And I know a lot of people are kind of worried that it's a Requiem list, and so like it's hard and difficult and stuff like that. And while that may be a little bit true in terms of like thing, there's really good payouts for your characters in the end. A lot of times you really can like steamroll through things once your build gets online. The only thing I think I would say is might be a little bit of a problem in this game is some of the enemies really are just overtuned. In his attempt to like deal with cheese. And I mean, I'm not too much of a fan of some of the enemy designs that he went with. Like certain enemies are just way too freaking ridiculous. But I'll be honest, a lot of those are optional. And then there's of course the Mirak nonsense where you literally get you can literally get one shot by Mirak. But for the most part, I think most things were handled correctly. And you know, there's always going to be some nuances and stuff like that, especially when you're trying to make a list with a little bit of a challenge to it. I do plan on seeing what happens when I drop the stream quality a little bit. So I may actually end up trying to do that a little later. Might even do that because I am lagging a bit and it's becoming a little difficult sometimes to do shit. So I'll see how it feels on. I'll probably just go down a little bit on the resolution, on the output resolution, and keep the canvas the same and see if that helps a little bit. I just wanted to make sure to try to get as much fidelity as possible for like people who decide to view the stream if they want to watch it while they're sleeping and stuff like that, so it's not fuzzy or hazy. It's not too bad right now, but if we get into like combat, sometimes frames can really drop. It's kind of like one of the issues of playing on this resolution. That's why I'm even considering maybe going back to my other monitor whenever I'm streaming to kind of circumvent that, because sometimes this monitor can be just way too much. I am planning to make videos again. I just got to try to figure out a good system on how to like balance it out with work and stuff like that. My time management has been poor as of late, so it's been a little hard to keep it up. And that kind of stuff kind of makes you lose courage a little bit, or encouragement. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have any more things. I can actually go over to this place and sell the item that I got from the evasion. Yeah, this guy's gonna be such a slow burn, man. It's gonna be so painful trying to learn spells and trying to learn these different things and stuff like that. Because again, your first set of spells is damn near freaking impossible. So some of our XP and whatnot is gonna have to go towards that. Ooh, what the heck is going on over there? I can't even really help this guy because I can only punch. Oh, she's gonna get shot. Oh, he missed. Wow. Sorry, madam. I can't help you. I just got out of jail. I cannot afford to put myself on the line for you. I don't even have a weapon. Plus, I've lost all my powers and I have to learn to get them back. Damn it. I kind of really wanted that. He's looking directly at me. It's not going to happen. Part of me really wanted to go with the Witcher. I don't think. It kind of makes a little bit of sense, but I think Unbound Hands is going to be pretty good, especially because, again, we're pretty much only using spells, so it would be in our best interest to... It'd be in our best interest to go that route instead. Okay, except Jeffrey. This is huge right here, because this is going to be a very large proponent to the character. I mean, right now it's kind of bad, but we take this, and just like that, our health is up by 60 points. And when we get Fondue, it'll be up by, that's going to be up by like 70 points as well. So once we get to level 10, you get the Gourmet perk, we will have an even higher amount than that. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, you see, like that guy right there. I don't want to risk anything, so I'm gonna avoid him because he is a mage. Now that could be Faldris, but I don't want to even take the chance. So we will just avoid him altogether. Mages in this mod list is very, very, very ridiculous. They can kill you in an instant. He did do some things to tone it down from the last chapter, because I think the last chapter was a lot worse dealing with mages. But yeah, mages, man, you know, magic in this game is like you know, it's like magic in real life. If it was ever a thing, it will kill you. Our character's kind of bad early game right now, so I have to keep that in mind as well.
By Izmir, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all, just north by the Lorerim farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel.
We're gonna go check the status board, see what's what little missions we can do to try to get our XP up a little bit. We could also do a lot of exploration as well to try to get our XP up that way as well. It's 10 XP per like location you find, but there's a lot of locations in the game, so it adds up. Like it adds up a lot. Like you'd find like right outside of Whiterun, there's like maybe like you know 10 locations that you can find very easily in very close proximity to each other, and that's already 100 XP. But it's always good to check the missives board and see what like simple stuff we can do. Again, we want to avoid combat a little bit for now, so
Must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
at least until we can get a spell or two. Yeah, I really love how he came out, man. He looks just fantastic. A fantastic looking character. Let's wait for this thing. Might be a lot of missions on the board today. Wow, this thing is taking a while to load up, huh? Okay, it's not really that much, but okay. Clear out Green Spring Hollow. I mean, I guess we can do this. We're just gonna have to hope it's not the bear. We should wait on that. You do the letter to Snowshard Farm, Potion of Rorikstead, Exterminate Pests. Those are all pretty good. I don't mind fighting a few skeevers. Okay. You also need a bit of money. There's a quest actually that gets you like 1,500 gold for finding a horse.
Well met, traveler. What brings you to Whiterun?
I love the voiceovers that he did for a lot of these characters. They sound so much better, man. I'm just passing through.
A pity. And words I hear too often. But there's no shame in it. One of them dragons comes calling in Whiterun. The place'll go up like tinder.
I'm here for the job.
Of course. May your sword be sharp and your tongue sharper.
Going a red guard as a going a mage as a red guard is probably the craziest thing I can do, to be honest. But I've seen some people go orc mages and they pop off, so I have a chance. Again, I usually do builds like these just to show, like, you know, that it can be done. That a lot of things work in Lorerim, even if you know, like you get a lot of like things that could work in your favor, even though the game is a little bit more difficult.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thief's den. I can't stop now. I can't get the sword on my own.
I think there was a potion that we were supposed to get as well, right? I believe. So I want to go try to do those things early.
Let me know if you see anything you like. You look rather pale. Welcome to my alchemy. Hold on. Oh dear. Your skin's as pale as the snow. How do you feel?
I don't know why she's saying that. I literally like the darkest person here.
If you change your mind, I sell cures for all ills. Of course. Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
She really is a scammer, man. She's really a scammer. I got a decent 100 XP. We could also try to join the Fighters Guild as well. They're not really going to be too happy with me using magic though, but hey, however we get it done, right? The Fighters Guild is really, I mean, not Fighters Guild, but the Companions is really nice for like some early game quests and stuff like that. So Only problem is sometimes you get unlucky and you have to you got to fight like an entire bandit camp or something. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, Snowshark Farm is down by Rift Inside. And the other one's in Rorik Set. So we're actually in two completely opposite areas. But we do have to kill pests, which is right here. Skeevers is probably going to give us maybe like 5 XP per kill because we're level 1. So that kind of goes nicely in line with the quest. Yeah, not really sure how much I like this thing. I think this one, I mean, it's okay. It's just the problem is when I'm fighting low characters, it doesn't really. This might be. No, I definitely don't like that. This might be better when fighting low characters. The low stance. I do like neutral stance for most things, though. Let's go back now. Could definitely take our ass to War instead, though. It's gonna help a lot. Free XP there. Could definitely also get a follower as well. Once we get some money, we can also get like maybe like Janessa or something. Help us out early game. We could get like a bodyguard to help us.
Buy from me, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Food, elves, take your homes, your businesses, your children, your...
I was thinking about getting like a mage on the team, so I probably might go down to Riften and get I forgot his name. The guy with the mage in the bodyguard mercenary mage in Riften.
I've been riding horses since I was a lad. Nothing I liked more. But as I got bigger, so did my mounts.
All right, let's go hand in the quest. We could definitely get the. Now that I think about it, we can actually also do the horse quest and get the money. As well as we can get a cheeky level 2 off of that.
I serve Jarl Balgruff as steward. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Kind of improper for, I guess, the Jarl, for me to walk up into the Jarl's palace with no shirt on, but I guess you can understand that I'm a broke ass guy. And I'm just here to do some jobs.
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale. Straight from the fields and orchards of Whiterun to your table.
Yeah, spawned in the ragged trousers because of just for the cameo, honestly. It doesn't really add any. It's literally 0 armor. It doesn't give you any value whatsoever, but it just looks cool on him. Or it looks cool on the character, and if anything, I actually think it matches the style or aesthetic I'm trying to go for in terms of what he's trying to do. Because I'm pretty much gonna be on this build. I'm pretty much gonna be throwing rocks at people and encasing people in stone and stuff like that. We're gonna be doing a lot of like stone-based skills. It's gonna actually look pretty cool later on once we get it going. But the early game is gonna be kind of rough. I wish there was a way to like speed through it a little bit because it can be brutal. My last character that was like a an axe character. I didn't really, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling the vibe. I should have followed my gut. But it did lead to me thinking about this class a lot. So I guess there is some good in it. Ooh, come on, let's go. Come on, horse. Nope, you're not leaving. There we go. Now, one thing I really keep trying to like tell Biggie is the horses move way too freaking fast in this game when you're sprinting with them, and then way too slow when you're not sprinting with them. So I really think he needs to like reduce the sprinting speed and increase the run speed, because it is so fast that the game shuts off sometimes because the game, you're running faster than the game can load, and then it runs the risk of you crashing the desktop. Like I don't know why that's like it's ridiculous how fast they run. It don't even look right. It doesn't even look like it matches the animations. So it's definitely something he needs to fix and address because it's way too fast. It crashes the game. At least for me, it does. Okay, let's go talk to the stable master.
And reshape this land which is mine. I do this for you,
I only have 100 magicka right now, but it'll all make a lot of sense in due time.
I've been riding horses since I was a lad. What? Anyway, much appreciated. Here, take this for your troubles.
$337 XP. All right, nice.
ascended from flesh to rule the realm.
Hopefully they see my body, my scars, my aesthetic and all that, and see me as somebody worthy of joining the companions. I have much clothes on my back, but kind of hoping for a slightly warm invite. Also, I work the night shift, so if I suddenly feel tired and have to close the stream, that's why. So sometimes as a night shifter, you take the sleep while you can, rather than when you need to.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I really like how his eyes glow in the in the light. It looks really cool. Like it really just looks. Man, I can't stress enough. He just looks great. He looks great. I love this aesthetic for this guy.
I've never even heard of this house.
Took me a while to like put this together too, so I had to make sure to save it as a preset.
Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy?
I have a lot to learn.
That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
Hopefully they don't know about my history of being a kleptomaniac, so here's that.
A well-prepared warrior is a formidable one.
No, don't worry about that.
Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
I love the fact that the Skyforge, the Skyforge steel swords are the Viking swords. The Uth I forgot what it's called. Uthgerd or the particular type of steel that they made it out of. I love the
Brings you here?
fact that they used that.
I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. That attitude would get you far if you were some stuffy merchant or a Jarl's footstool. Around here, you'll want to learn to live your own life. Remember, nobody rules anybody in the companions. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me.
Sure.
That's a good man.
Yeah, and I wish I could have his outfit, man. But this character is going to be unarmored, so yeah, none of that. Let's go ahead and this quest. It's gonna be another 100 XP or so. Which is great. I never understood why that door in particular makes me look at the door once I walk in. It's kind of weird.
Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here.
Have your shield.
Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Are you new here?
I told you. This is the one that Vilkas mentioned.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight?
I don't really care for bullshit like that. I'm a quiet type.
Ah, a man of action. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas, come out. We know you're here. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelp sleep.
New blood? Oh, hello. I'm Farkas. Come, follow me. Skjor and Aela like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Aela if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions.
Please give me a muscle quest.
By
Please
the
give me a
way,
muscle
if
quest.
you're looking for something to do, we've gotten a letter about
Yes.
someone needing some muscle right here in Whiterun Hold. I don't know what the fight is about, and that's not our business anyway.
You are now a whelp of the
I
companions.
just need you to go out there, look tough, and scare this milk drinker into submission.
I'm a whelp.
No more than that. I don't want to hear about a killing, understand?
Sir, yes, sir. Oh, come on. You gave me a woman to fight?
Go. Bring honor to yourself and the Companions.
There's no honor in this, brother. What kind of
By
shit?
the way, if you're looking for something to do,
Sucks, man. What the hell did Olfina even do? Oh, a job is a job. Hired muscle. Or we'll make it quick.
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
Actually, I've been sent to resolve a dispute.
You
So,
can't scare me into submission. Let's go.
yeah, this is funny.
Come on. Let's see.
Oof.
You're tougher than you look.
Yeah, I mean,
Got me, fair and square. Fine. I'll take care of it. Just please leave me alone.
yeah, I felt so bad doing that.
Come, try the best food in Skyrim. Come and browse my stall.
I don't charge for looking. Come and browse my stall. I don't charge for looking. All right, Farkas is completed.
We fight as a pack, and our strength lies in our unity. I figured you had it in you. Nicely done. All right then.
All right, at least we did that quest for him. Let's see if...
Rise up, stormcloaks! Embrace the word of my...
Great as a gift, or a treat for yourself.
Take a look at what I have for sale.
Oh, man. All right, so...
Need something? Where do you want to go?
Unfortunately, I don't think I can travel here yet, so... but we could travel here, so... That's not too bad.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Actually be a little bit cheaper if we do it this way, too. We need to be very careful when we're here too, though, because this could easily get crazy. It's nighttime, and it's here a lot of times. Vampires like to sit around here a lot, so we have to like constantly be aware. The moment we see like an enemy, we need to like run the hell out of there as quickly as possible. You have a solid amount of HP for the early game, so banking on that for now. But at the same time, we also are unarmored, and so like a lot of the times, most attacks, especially like power attacks and stuff, will just one shot. What makes this whole situation very scary is the fact that we don't really have any true way of fighting back. So after these two quests, there's 2 free levels, so that's good. Come and browse my stall. I don't charge for looking.
My father, Meralki, manages the inn. He used to be a soldier, but he left that life behind.
Huh? Thank you. Here, this is for you. Until next time.
Okay, we can save here. We don't end up in some kind of bullshit. And we can rest here, I think.
Welcome to Warwickstead. How can I help you today? Of course. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
If I'm not mistaken, the room is all the way down and to the left. Right, and we leveled up. So, first things first is definitely be alteration, restoration, and then our evasion. And now the other things we're gonna level up is gonna be finesse for sure. That's a must. Wayfarer is also really important. Alchemy, although it is important, we're gonna have to wait that out a little bit. Actually no. Okay, we can have the speechcraft wait a little bit. We can always just increase our speech, our price reduction by using once we get all the ritual stone stuff. So we can use that to reduce the prices. There's also like a lot of ways to manipulate the speechcraft in this game. The Bella thing gives you like plus 15 off rip. So. Of course, for this build, we're going to pretty much be going almost entirely Magicka. Like, pretty much entirely Magicka. Because we're going to basically have to make up for the fact that we're playing a Red Guard and only start with base Magicka of 100. So we're going to have to do that. Not to mention, a lot of our HP gain is going to be attributed to, the standing stones and all that shit, so. And the beef soup. Okay, and we're gonna go for health. I mean, not Magicka. Thinking about the previous characters, funny enough. We get this, we get this, we get these. These are like a must. Like there's no way around it. You need to have it at all times. We do not need agile spellcasting because we're literally not using light armor. We're using clothing, so that's a wasted perk. So we don't need that at all. What we do need though is we gotta start working on alteration a little bit. One of the things I like to get early game, especially if we're going to alteration, is this right here. Where the hell is this thing? Philosopher's Stone. And the reason why is because you get gold 10 times your alteration level. So every day we get 200 gold right now, and then eventually it goes up every level we get another 10. So to put it in a perspective, like when you get to level 50 with the Philosopher's Stone, you literally get 500 gold every day for free. It's very good. It is incredible for using that money to buy like potions and shit like that, whatever the case may be. Especially now that it's a little bit more difficult to just go around selling items now. It's much more difficult to do that. So having that as a capability is always great. Meta magic is going to be very important later on. So you need to be level 10 for it, of course. But that's going to be very important later on in order to be able to like maximize damage.
Let me know if there's anything else you need. If you need a meal or room, I got both.
We need all the jug of milks we can get because that increases our capabilities a little more as well. Yeah, restoration is going to be very important because it's going to give us a lot of, like you get a lot of buffs from restoration as well. Like you get tree rings. Tree rings is nice because it gives you like 10, like per layer, it gives you like 10 HP per layer, and I think you get like 10 layers, so it's like a free 100 HP. And I think you also get like, you know, you just get like a lot of things that you can do, like resist poison. You know, cure poison on self, cure diseases even, and stuff like that. So it's very good. We don't want to get ambushed here, so we're gonna run as fast as we can out of this situation. If we get hit by a stray arrow, we have enough health, I think, to survive. I can't get over how beautiful this mod list looks, though, man. It's such a, man. It's really, I really love the art direction he went for, or at least the visual direction he went for. It really is nice. The sunny skies is just excellent. It's great. The lighting of even the darkness of like caves and stuff like that is perfect. It can be a little annoying sometimes when it comes to like streaming, because sometimes the stream is actually darker than what I'm seeing, but for the most part, man, it's really good. It's just really good. It's really a treat to look at. You know, I know everybody's different. Everyone has like a different idea of what they feel like Skyrim should look like. A lot of the times, in my opinion, is you know, after spending so much time playing the regular Skyrim and a lot of like Skyrim mod lists that have a more like darker undertone to it, or washed out color vibe, it's nice to have a sky or a sun that's like very, very vibrant without being overly saturated. Okay, we got a little companion with us. This guy died. All right, I would like to find the apprentice stone. Usually the apprentice stone has like a mage near it, so we're gonna try our best not to engage the enemy. Yo, look at this. It's funny. Oh my gosh, the werewolf is even worse. I get the hell out of here. Alright, well actually, This might work out for us a lot. So. Yeah, the jump is so funny because sometimes it like glitches you in the air. I don't think he's following me anymore. We will not survive a werewolf attack. Okay, so we found the Action Axe Stone. Is Morthal here? Yep, Morthal is here. So we already found 12 out of the 13 stones that we need to find. And there is a troll. Hopefully he's not following us into the actually, I kind of wanted him to follow us here so we can think, but the problem is they might kill the kids. So those kids can actually die in this game now. I don't really want to stay in this region too long. It gets cold. There's one mod somebody could come up with is finding a way to make this thing load a little bit faster. Kind of like what they did for like HTT physics. Like they somehow made it like faster responsiveness. There's nothing here that I can really do. I don't even have a cure disease potion to give somebody, so we can't even use that. That's okay though. We can actually not even bother with that altogether. I could start going this way, and we can actually find the Lord Stone on the way. So that'll be an additional stone we find. Once we find all 13, we're gonna be able to switch between the passive effects on the fly, which is gonna work nicely with our ritual stone passive. Luckily, I do have a rough spun tunic here, which is a little bit better than bareback in this situation I'm in. I basically have on like a bummy version of the Ryu outfit from Street Fighter. Oh yeah, see that person got her head smashed. Yeah, she died almost instantly. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with that guys, those guys. The good news is we have dodge now, so if we do have to fight, at least we have some kind of defense mechanism. Man, there's like murder everywhere. What the hell? We're not gonna mess with that guy either. Unfortunately, we have to mind our business a little bit for now. At least until we start getting some spells on the way and we can actually do something in return. So now we just gotta watch people beat people up and pretty much do nothing about it. There's legitimately nothing we can do. All right. We're not too far away from the Lord Soul. Lord Soul is going to actually be pretty annoying to deal with now because usually I'm like a certain level where I'm able to fight these guys, but right now is going to be terrible because I'm going to have zero mechanics to fight these guys with. So the idea is just to discover it and get the hell out of there.
You picked a bad time to get lost.
Now let's get the hell out of there. I ran out of that. Oh, hell no. Those guys have bows, arrows, crossbows, swords, maces, shields. There's like 4 of them in that camp, so we stood no chance. Good news is we get 1 stamina back per second, and we also have a reduced stamina cost for running, for being red guards, which is going to be great because, again, my character is going to be doing a lot of transmutation, so there's going to be doing a lot of things like transmute their stamina into magicka and other like little shit like that. So having that as an option is going to be very, 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 very good for us to sustain our magicka pool. So even though we're playing as a red guard who has pretty shitty magicka regen and all kinds of stuff like that, it wouldn't really matter too much because we're going to be using a lot of like mechanics, biomechanics to circumnavigate the costs and magicka costs, whatever the case may be. Build is definitely going to start off like shit. I definitely feel it. It is what it is. I chose the build, and we're gonna have to run with it. I'm just praying. I'm praying to God that the stone attacks aren't complete dog shit. I'm praying. There's always that potential. So last time, pretty much the only viable things were destruction magic and reverber, but I want to go like this. Like it felt like the stone attacks weren't really doing much, so I'm really hoping that it does this time around. I swear this is probably the main reason why I love Red Guard so much, man. You're able to really just sprint your way through a lot of things. A lot of Lorerim is really like utilizing your character's strengths to the maximum. So like if you're playing as an Altmer, you really want to just be, delivering spells to every person you see as much as you possibly can, because that's their MO. Every character, every race has very, 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 like, I'll call them like invisible stats that you won't normally see, but you will feel if you play this game enough. Like, you will realize very quickly that an Altmer recovers a magic arm much faster than a Nord, for example. And a Nord hits much harder than Imperial and shit like that. One of the ones the characters that aren't as obvious would probably be like, I want to say like Khajiits and like Imperials, and even kind of Bretons to some degree. But really, like, those characters are kind of, because they're like in betweenish. It's a little hard to tell what their real strengths are. But man, like every other race has insane value. Like Argonians are such good tanks because they have the his skin, so they get the 1 HP back per second, which is huge for like regen builds. So if you want to go like a regeneration build, they make the best regen builds. And I think they also have like some reflect damage as well. Oh man, this is a problem. Hopefully we got out of that situation. That's always like the headache for that particular standing stone, is trying to get out of that shit. Yeah, unfortunately, some of these standing stones are like incredibly painful to get through without just straight up getting one shot. We still got to deal with Esmeralda over at the Lover's Stone. We still got to deal with the conjuration mage, the necromancy mages at the Shadow Stone. We still got to deal with Thunder, the freaking king of Atronachs, over at the Atronach Stone. So yeah, those are probably the three that are gonna be the most like difficult to deal with without getting smoked. But once we have that passive, once we have that ability to switch between different things, we're gonna have like a really good time. We have to also do our best to keep praying to Jeffrey. The reason why is because we want that unarmored bonus. Want to maximize it. It goes up to 20%. I think it maxes out at 200% favor. So I think it's like 1% for every 10%. So at 200%, you get 20% armor. 20% damage resistance to everything, and that includes magic. That includes everything. So it's like, so when you combine that with the the 20% resistance from good natured, and then the 20% resistance you get from the alteration tree. You have 60% resistances before your armor is like even considered, and your magic resist, which is huge. Makes you like insanely tanky for somebody who doesn't wear any armors or anything like that.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Oof. We gotta get out of there. That's where we need to go. Oh my goodness. Jump in the water. My character is definitely not in his element here, but he needs to find these stones in order to, you know, to build up his capabilities. After years of serving time in prison, he's pretty much lost all of his capabilities and stuff like that. He wasn't able to practice, and they also put him in a non-stone based prison, so he was pretty screwed at that point. Okay, we found that stone. Problem with this water is that it takes your HP away very quickly. You gotta be careful. Also bought a Nintendo Switch too. I'm actually very excited to see like the different things you can do with that device. It really seemed like a very good device. I might even sell my Legion because I actually do think it might actually end up just being the better purchase. We'll see how it goes, but there's one thing the Nintendo Switch proves is just how superior DLSS is to AMD's. Like it's just like difference is night and day, and I really do hope that the next generation of consoles take advantage of FSR 4 because I don't think we can deal with 3.1 anymore. It's such bad anti-aliasing. You cannot afford to be on RDNA 3 architecture anymore. It is really bad. It is really, really bad. There's one thing that all of this teaches us is they need to switch that out ASAP. Because DLSS is doing a phenomenal job on the Nintendo Switch. From what I saw on Digital Foundries and all the other like people who like hard review these things. I mean, I'll definitely go check it out myself, but their change from an AMD chip to a DLSS chip to a NVIDIA chip it's obvious. It's so like it is such a night and day difference between this and the old Switch, and in many cases it even ends up looking better than a lot of the Xbox Series S games. Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. All right. See if there's any quests here. Sometimes they have like little quests here, like taking a letter to the Whistling Mine. It'd be kind of nice to utilize this. Yep, Whistling Mine. Boom. Raven Rock. You could technically do it. The problem is it's so expensive to go there, man. So it ends up just being not worth it. Clear out Iron Band Barrow. Nope. Find toy. Unfortunately, there's no place here to buy toys, so. Let's go get the letter. And we can go deliver it, and then we come back and take the carriage down to Riften area. We do have to deliver that letter still.
We must keep faith in ourselves and the divine.
Of course. Until next time.
Yeah. Boom. Let's run this way. Immediate turnaround.
Huh? Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Okay. Now we can go and continue our journey around the freaking world to get these standing stones. I really do wish finding standing stones gave a little bit more experience. I wish finding those gave like 30, like plus 30 or something. Because there's only 13 of them and they're very difficult to like achieve, like you have to be next to them, and a lot of times they have very difficult bosses that are near them, so it kind of pays itself in the risk.
Yes? Where do you want to go?
Yeah, we could go this way.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
81 gold for this shit too, so it's kind of annoying. But we did get a far range thing, so it's not too bad. The payout actually ends up being more than the cost.
Huh? Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Right. And there's the Shadow Stone here. So we're gonna try to. I think this is another one that's very, very scary to attempt, but it needs to be done. So here goes nothing. Oof. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, we left those guys. That guy was level 45. Level 45 mage. We were freaking screwed, man.
Stop that, you muck sprout!
Dude, what did he even just call me? Son?
Looking for a horse? Well, you've come to the right place. Best companions money can buy. Take a good look around, and let me know if you see anything you like.
It must be dangerous living outside these walls.
I'm not afraid of anything out here. Walls are just a weakling's hiding spot. Not me. I'm no weakling. In fact, I bet I got the strongest arms in all of Skyrim. Sounds like I've got.
I don't think so, bro.
Tell you what, how about a friendly wager just between us? I bet you my entire purse of septums I can beat you in a fist fight. You match the bet, and we fight until here we go.
This is easy money.
Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Oh, this guy started drinking booze. What the hell? I don't think he understands. Yeah, I don't think he understands that fight was, yeah. I tell you, man, Unbound Hands is really, really strong for like fist fights and stuff. You just have an unfair advantage.
Not at all. It's good to be put in your place once in a while.
So we could actually rest here.
I'm
No.
really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time.
We have pretty good experience, so we can level up again. Which is great. Just gets us further and further out of the shithole.
Looking for a place to stay? Show me some coin first. Otherwise,
Hit the roll.
of course. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
You looking for something or what?
I forgot how rude everybody is in this area. Took us a little while, but we finally made it to 25 in alteration, which is great. Which is great. That is fantastic. Hope I didn't accidentally put points into freaking one-handed. No, I don't think so. All right, and then we put points into that. We can start up on that too. And once again, Magicka, because our Magicka is so low that we have to make sure our base Magicka is at least somewhat decent. So now we get 250 gold per day, which is great. That's only going to get better every time because every level we are definitely putting this up by 5. This is our biggest stat. This is our most important stat in the whole build is our alteration. And the thing that we want most certainly is Stone Shot. That'll be our first ability, our first spell that actually does damage. And see, look, see this shit? Increase armor rating by 172, which is great because it's also going to be increased by when we get versatile armor and all that other shit. And this one is 51. It's really nice. Okay. So we'll go for that. Actually, should I go for that or should I just do Okada's Recital and deal with Oak Flesh for the time being? See, that's the thing. I feel like I'll just buy Okada's Recital. It's not too bad. It's not too big of a deal. Transfer. We're gonna have to get literally everything too. Like we're gonna be really like an alteration master, man. You're starving apparently. Jug of milk. We just do goat wheels. Nice, I guess. For now. The next thing we want to get on this shit is definitely this improved mage armor. So yeah. And we're gonna eventually get this too. So when we're charging up a spell or concentrate on a spell, we take 20% physical damage. We're going to be doing this a lot. We're going to be holding a spell in our hands, and whatever the case would be, we're going to be shooting spells out. And a lot of times, damage is going to be flying back at us while we're doing it. So if it flies at us while we're casting the spell, we take 20% less damage, which will stack with all the other percentages that we have too. So yeah, it's a must-have. I'm not sure. I think it's only telekinetic spell damage that this does. Power of the Force, which we will use as well. And I do also want this too, Transportational Mending, because we're going to have Transportational Mending combined with the Troll thing as well. It's going to give us a lot of health regen. My only issue here is that it doesn't seem like there's a way to increase our damage with the stone spells, which would kind of be really upsetting. Because, see, this is only telekinetic spells. Like, see, this is only... That'd be kind of annoying if there's really none. I guess there really isn't none. I mean, we need this, so this is going to be important, too, because that's going to be a big thing for us. It's just that it really sucks that they don't have any stone damage increases. I mean, I guess we will have some from here, but that's a really long time away. Yeah, it really sucks. Wow. Oh well. Not the biggest deal in the world. It's just, it kind of sucks that maybe it already has so much damage packed into it that it doesn't really need the extra, like, damage, but... Because I don't think there's any here either. So, in other words, we're pretty much assed out if we're going with, like, stone-based spells. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Anyways, this just further makes me happy that we went the route we decided to go. If anything, I wish we went whatchamacallit as well. I guess you can get that later. All right. Keep the other perks as needed. Money is looking pretty okay so far. Yeah, nice little 2K stack.
I don't know you.
Ah, damn it, he called me.
Pretend not to hear me all you want, but you better stay out
I had
of
another run-in with a thief's guild.
Yes? Where do you want to go?
Okay. What if there's any quests for Short Stone?
Don't waste your time anywhere else. Come shop with me.
Yeah, only problem is the Achinok stone is a little bit out of the way in comparison to all the other stones. Markarthon is not really too bad because it's not too far away from Markarth, so you can use that. But Achinok stone is like way out of the way. But we need to go there anyways, so we can go to Gildegleam, so we can practice our spells. Yeah, these are two good quests we can do.
And what might you be looking at? Have you come to laugh at the grave tender? Of course. Of course. I'd ask you maintain civility while you're here.
I'm kind of glad we bought. I'm kind of glad we bought the RK amulet because that's really good for us. Like it gives us the extra resistance from good natured perk. We're gonna need as much freaking resistance as we can get. Ooh, yeah, cloth padding. Good investment here. Don't think this guy has any. No, we probably have to go to the. You can probably find it at the general store. Cloth padding is good because it gives you plus 100 armor rating and it gives you 5% extra resistance against arrows. And in this freaking game, arrows literally can one-shot you, so any percentage resistance to that shit is welcome.
Take a look around.
Damn it, man. None of you guys have, Oh, damn it. I was hoping one of these guys have, like, the fastened scarves. I love the scarves. They didn't even have boots. What was the other? Deliver weapon. Let's go get the weapon. At least we got 2 things that we can get done on the way too. So these things are definitely on the way, so we can get them done.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh?
Here for the delivery, actually. I don't really care about the miracles you want to perform.
Come see me again.
All right, it's time for us to get a move on it. Now, technically, I should have spent my money on the on getting the mage, but can't go back now, can I? Let's save here, just in case the game decides to crash. And let's have one of the. I guess I don't have any of those, huh? Okay, so we just do the roasted thing and the bread. All right, I guess this is a good stopping point right here. So we have 2 more standing stones to get. We have the Achinok stone, and then we have the Lover stone. We get the Achinok stone, we learn some shit, and then we make our way over to Ivestead, deliver the letter, and then from Ivestead we take a carriage over to Markarth and finish off with the Lover stone. That way we will have pretty much everything that we need to get in order to think. Now we can also take the thing and go over to Whiterun and deliver this, as well as maybe even pick up a quest from Ayala the Huntress, and then we head over to Markarth and get the Lover Stone at the end, and that should unlock our ability to use the Ritual Stone to its maximum effect. At that point, I'm anticipating us being level 5 by then, so we will have an additional perk point to work with. Stone Shot would definitely be our most frequent use or frequent ability. We'll be getting some money from Philosopher's Stone. Once we get to level 5, we'll have 300 coming in per day. So we're going to be doing a lot of things like you may even end up doing a lot of things like jobs and miscellaneous jobs so that the time flies by, so that we maximize on the Philosopher's Stone as well. We also want to stockpile as much beef stews and soups as possible, as well as elsewhere fondues. That way, our magicka can be consistently on a good level, so that we can utilize it to the best of our character's ability. The next thing I want to definitely do is eventually want to start working my way through the Wayfarer tree, and the reason why is because one main reason is the matter of fact, I can actually put this point now. One main reason is for survival instincts, which you'll eventually get, which when you're outside, it works nicely for this build because this build is all about the character kind of feeling the earth on the ground, and that's kind of like channeling his abilities and capabilities. So it would work and feel really nice with this in combination with this. Not to mention that it's also going to work in tandem with the is also going to work in tandem with the finesse tree, which is going to do where we'll get sound body and sound mind. And again, it just the whole thing just runs nicely around the concept of the character I'm kind of going for. This Geomancer guy, he's a bit of a rogue mage or brave mage, but a lot of his magic comes from the earth itself, and that's why he uses these type of things. So what makes him so good at alteration magic. So it would really be cool to see like how nicely all these things kind of combine for a very not so much a min-max playthrough, but more so like a thematic playthrough. I don't anticipate this being overpowered at all, but it'll be nice to see how it comes out. I'm actually more excited for this build than the axe build by far, because it just feels kind of like cooler and more thought out in terms of like lore and thematics. Anyways, that's about it. I'm gonna go get some rest. Probably come on later tonight after I finish watching the movie Obsession later with somebody, and catch you guys later.